and I'm going to pick your marketing brain because I want to give you kudos, because not only do you own like a SaaS platform, like you are one of the smartest like business marketing brains that I know.
Mm.
And I think a lot of the stuff that's in the industry, like you're not only interrupting or disrupting, what is out there from like an ethical standpoint, right? But you're also disrupting what's out there from the false promises standpoint, right? And, I think a lot of the marketing out there is like, well, we'll give you, unlimited this or have this. And you're like, but none of that helps anybody make money. It's just a distraction. It's just a departure from what actually works. And so when you think about it now as owner of Drop Funnels, but also having all this experience, what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see entrepreneurs making when it comes to quote unquote like sales funnels or order bumps or
Mm.
upsells or using the tools that you create that get in the way of them actually succeeding?
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you asked that question, and I'm hoping I can have permission to just cut
Go.
this little bite out because I wish everyone knew this. And so, like, the biggest comparison here is like, there's lots of softwares out there. One came out, and it's like, as you mentioned, the far side of the other spectrum where things get super hypey and just out of whack, and people like really mistake, features for having a business. Like, your funnel is not your business. Your checkout form is not your business. Your ad is not your business. Your core offer is your business. And that's what truly matters, is your offer. And there was another one that came out recently, and people would know if they knew it, but they came up with this lifetime deal. And it was like, you're going to get like a billion features and affiliate stuff and pages and funnels and all that stuff. And it's lifetime deal for like $1,700. And it's like, yeah, that's like sexy and amazing. And like all these people bought it. They're all logging in right now. Nothing works. Nothing is supported. The features aren't going to be ready, because I know, because I'm a SaaS founder, for a year, maybe 2 years. They're going to be waiting 2 years to be getting what they were promised. And for us, we're like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing lifetime deals. We're not doing like random hyped up promos. We're not doing any of that baloney, because we just want to be honest and true to what we are, is to be a platform of strength. And so what we really teach people is that you're not just one funnel away. It's your funnel you should not mistake a funnel for a business. And that's unfortunately what people have prescribed, is that like, that's all I need is a funnel, or all I need is a podcast, or all I need is an email list, right? No, your business is holistic. Just like, it's the same thing. Saying that you're one funnel away is saying that I'm one workout away from getting a 6-pack abs. It does not work. It has never worked, and it will never work. Doing one thing is not a holistic view. If that's the final little piece that you need and everything else is perfectly dialed in — traffic, sales, conversion, backends, fulfillment, your legal perspective, your business structure — if all of that's at 100% and then you launch a funnel, yes, it's an amplifier, right? And a funnel is an amplifier. But when you don't have a great offer, that's what we really focus on with people. In fact, we just launched something called the Core Incubator. Over 30 days, we're going to coach them into building into their entirely brand new business. Any idea that they have, there is a path to getting that profitable with a digital business, without funnels, without ads, without lists, without any of that stuff, because you're truly just focusing in and honing in on what matters, which is, what are you going to do for people? What's the primary issue you're going to solve? And there's 3 buckets that you want to live in. One is courses, which is kind of a do-it-yourself. You're taking George's mind and you're saying, all right, George has all this experience, hundreds of millions of dollars in results. I'm going to show you what to go do, and I can charge X amount for the access to that information to go do it. That's do-it-yourself. It's what we call a course. Or there's done with you, which is coaching or consulting. You can charge a little bit more typically for coaching, because it's going to be your time. And it'd be like, hey, you go to George's event, he's going to work with you. He's going to be there in person. He's going to be able to shake your hand, and over a meal, be able to share like what's going on with your business and kind of have a little bit of insight into that. And that's worth a ton more, right? We're taking that $100 million perspective from a course, and now I'm get to deliver it on a silver platter. And then there's services, which is like more like done for you. So do it yourself, done with you, done for you. Done for you is like services. Like, how can I get your site ranked on page 1 of Google? How can I run your Facebook ads? How can I build a funnel for you that will actually convert? How can I craft a webinar or write a sales letter? Those are done for you services. So it'd be the same as like, all right, George, I'm going to go to your house. We're going to spend 3 days together. George is going to be sitting there on his computer, typing away, slamming your sales letter, writing your ad copy, writing your emails, and you're going to spend probably $1 million and make 10 million back. That's it. That's the nature of these offers. And that's what makes it so valuable. So we really focus with people on their core offer, that's ultimately what matters. And that your funnel, your blog, your site, your ads, all those things are only amplifiers of what really matters. It's just like money, George. It's like, when people win the lottery, it's an amplifier of who they are. If they're selfish, it makes them more selfish. If they're giving, they will be more giving. If they are generous or caring, or if they are cautious, it will do all of that times 10. It's the same thing with any digital business. It's going to not only really reveal and expose your weaknesses as a human being, but also as a business owner, but it really will reveal what matters. And at the heart of every digital business, or any business period, is what is that core offer. Once you have that dialed in and that focused, if I can impart that to anybody, it's that your offer is what will make you money, and it's nothing else.
Yeah.
It's the problem that you're solving and how you get that to the market.
And I think to add to that, because that is the best breakdown I've heard of that, now understanding that the core offer is the after state, right? What it is, your quote unquote funnel is just a bridge to meet people where they are to get them into the offer. It's not the offer. It's not the after state. Yes. All it is a bridge to get them from their island over to yours if they like what yours looks like and wants the results that are over there. Because to add to that, like, I go into companies all the time and they have like 84 bridges and they can't see somebody walking down one all the way over there and they're wondering like how to get more people. I'm like, well, you're sending them to 84 different bridges. I was like, but let's stop talking about the bridge for a minute. What is it that you're helping them with? And like, what's the easiest, most effective way to get them there? And I think that that's the best way to think about, a funnel. Simon Bowen does this really well when you think about like the genius model. It's really, really simple, because like when we think about drop funnels, right? Like, drop funnels doesn't help anybody if they don't know who their customer is, how they're going to help them, and be able to deliver that result. And so you can go build funnels and lead magnets and pages and blah, 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 but you're not one funnel away. You're one core offer away. And then you build a funnel or a website or a mechanism that you can send people to get them to that offer. And so I absolutely love that breakdown.
Let's take an example of pizza, right? Just 10 seconds. It's like, if I've got pizza, I've got Giordano's. My goal is not to like imagine that I have pizza on the other side and then go wave signs and billboards and pass out flyers and all this. Like, I've got pizza, pizza, pizza. That's what a funnel is. And people get there. They're like, all right, where's the pizza? People like build a funnel before they even have like anything of value to offer on the back end. Like, they don't, and they're like, oh wait, this funnel isn't working. Let's go to another funnel. Well, what if you actually serve people and gave them great pizza? They'd be on George's podcast right now talking about how much they love Giordano's pizza. Yep. And it wouldn't require crazy fancy mechanisms and 100,000 different funnels and tons of different traffic sources. You would have so many. One of my good friends runs a multi-million-dollar agency. They haven't run a single ad for themselves. You know why? Because they're so good at running ads for other people. People are begging to get onto his list, right? And to get into his world, And that's the beauty. Is like, people try to outspend. I love who Eugene Schwartz, who wrote Breakthrough Advertising, he says that no one can afford to create a desire in the marketplace, right? The desires are already there, right? All you have to do is find those things and bridge those people to you. And you're better off having one, especially starting out, one core offer that really serves people, and you make that beautiful. It's a beautiful baby Giordano's pizza, right? And then anything that you do to get people there, just one path to say, hey, here's how great it is. Come try it out. There's your funnel. That path, you don't need 80 of those. You don't need a million funnel sources. You don't need a ton of traffic. You need a great core offer, and it will almost speak for itself.
Yeah. And another thing, I actually have this outline to do an entire podcast on. I'm not going to do it now because I just want to rip it with you, because this is like the perfect thing. I think one of the mistakes that I see, and I see it perpetuated through the market, is that people are hoarding potential, right? Like, they hoard potential.
Yikes.
Right?
Yikes.
I literally, dude, I wrote this rant and I was going to do this like parody video on it like I did with the Forex and everything else. And I was like, I just haven't done it yet. But it's like, what I watch people selling is they're selling unrealized potential that actually never has the ability to be realized because there's no depth to it, right? And like what you're talking about is you keep nailing it. Like at the end of the day, no matter where you are in your business, and you fast forward 5, 10 years and you're successful, you might have 100 physical products. 1 to 3 of them accounts for almost all your revenue. You might
That's right.
have 100 offers. 1 to 3 of them accounted for the growth of your business. All your lead magnets, even your content. So when I go into companies, I'm like, I help them identify what their hero SKUs are, what their hero lead magnets are, what their hero pieces of content are, what their hero flavors are. Like I've gone into CPG companies and supplement companies and like, we need a hero recipe. And they're like, what the F is that? I'm like, you probably right now and all your content have one recipe that gets more traffic and more conversions than anything else that's out there. You can go make hundreds more, but like in Civilized Caveman, the only reason I was successful is because my paleo banana bread. No joke. My paleo banana bread got me a free trip to Pinterest to meet the founders because they couldn't figure out how my one recipe was pinned 900 million times. I got married to my
So
wife.
good.
They flew us to San Francisco to say, what the hell are you doing at civilizedcavemancooking.com to generate 900 million pins of a banana bread that you make in a blender? And I could have never predicted that or known it. I made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of recipes. That one recipe made me #1 app, 22-week New York Times bestseller, and accounted for like 5 million views a month. And so it didn't matter how many I made. And so what you're talking about is such a powerful concept where what you should be focusing on is what that offer is that meets your customer where they are, takes them there where they want to go, and continually iterate and reinforce and make that better, and then just find more people to walk over that bridge. But you can go be as omnipresent as you want and build as many funnels and pages as you want. But if that core isn't there, there's no substance. And I tell people it's like advertising a home and inviting people over for dinner, but it's only framed out. There's no table, there's no furniture, there's no dinner or place to sit. And so you're literally just getting attention and you're actually pushing people further away because there's no depth or place to invite them in to sit down.
Yeah, boy. And that there's